The second photographer I've had on the programme in 5 years, Robert Bejil, joined me. Hello, Robert.
Hey, hey, Craig. Nice to be here.
Nice to have you on the programme. Now, I was looking at your gin and tonic pictures today, which really, all three sections telling a story, quite interesting and dramatic photography.
Yes. Thank you, thank you.
What was the inspiration behind that?
Well, there's a lot of different things kind of went behind that. Gin and tonic, she's more of a traveling actress and model. Basically, she was moving away from Bakersfield, and we decided to, have one last hurrah and just try to make do with what we can, with the time that we had. Basically, we just tried to get some stuff for more for magazine submissions, but the latest set that I uploaded with Jen and Josh was more of a, I guess you could say, a lustful, sensual kind of shoot. That kind of work is something I've been trying to do a little bit more of, just the stuff that eludes more like raw emotion and some sensuality. So just a little more trying my hand at that.
Yeah, it looks like you're constantly trying to challenge yourself with new dimensions. Is that the case?
Exactly. I've been doing this for a while, and work evolves with anybody, and it kind of seems to be the way my work is kind of evolving too.
Yeah, where did it all start?
Well, it started, I guess you could say, just like anybody else starts. I've always kind of taken photos ever since I can remember. And I really love just capturing moments, and it didn't really get too serious until about 2008, when I actually could afford to buy a real, SLR camera. From there, just learning new techniques and just shooting different things. And I come from a music background, so I'm always shooting music, and all my friends are musicians. I used to play in bands, so I got started basically just shooting music locally, just kind of figuring that out, and it eventually evolved to shooting people and models. One of my best friends, Alan Antiporta, he was already shooting models, and he kind of showed me the ropes on lighting and posing people and working with models and that whole industry. And then from there, it just kind of blew up, and that's where I'm at now.
I've seen some of your music ones, and there's some really dramatic, certainly on the rock bands that you've done, really do capture the energy of a gig.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, and I'm really involved in the heavy metal community. Heavy metal just eludes raw emotion. That's all it's about, and especially the live show is just in your face and nothing but emotion, and I just love capturing that.
You certainly have.
Yes, thank you.
But just tell us about some of the other projects you've been involved in, because I know you're doing some feature image, you're doing some stuff for Hectic Films as well, and lots of great projects.
Yes, doing a lot of different stuff right now. I just started a website with one of my friends, Joshua Keith Matthews, who's a local actor and model. Basically, the website that we launched is still in its infancy, but the basic premise behind it is just support. We trying to support and showcase people that deserve, the attention. Right now, we started off with a photographer. We kind of do a little bit of everything: photography, modeling, acting, local foods, just anything that deserves attention. We want to feature it. So right now, it's kind of a blog-based. So
what we're
doing is, go ahead.
Sorry, if people want to take a look at your work, where can they find that? What's the addresses for that?
For that one, it's thefeatureimage.com.
That's simple. Sorry to interrupt you there. Some of the other projects are very interesting as well.
Yes. I've been doing a lot of work lately with a local film company, Hectic Films. They do a lot of Southern California work. Hectic Films was involved with a couple of your previous guests, Sean Piccinino and Guy Grundy, for The Lackey. Basically, what I've been doing with them recently is working on their two new short films. We have a Western film called Mabel that we wrapped filming about a couple months ago. Basically, it's just a standard, old school Western film. We're trying to do something just a little more authentic, with the authentic clothing and authentic dialogue and the weapons and the guns. And trying to do something a little more old school with that one. And the other project that we just got going is one that I'm really proud of, and basically because I'm a big horror fan. We got a movie called Naked Zombie Girl that's going to be coming out pretty soon. We an amazing team on that. We have two amazing special effects and makeup artists, Nick Reisinger and Kelly Henderson. I'm amazed on the work that they did on that makeup. Everything just looks so real and disgusting. They just look like Walking Dead status. It's incredible. I really can't wait to put that out there.
Well, is there anything you haven't done yet in the world of photography that your next challenge for yourself, I think?
My next challenge for myself, I'd like to work with, I guess, a little more of, people in the celebrity status. I'd like to try to do more of, like headshots and work like that. I've never really got into that kind of work. More of my work just kind of focuses on like fashion and editorial type of work. So I think I'd like to delve into that a little bit more.
Does film production, because I know you're involved in these film companies, is that something that, and directing, does that interest you?
Oh, very much so. Very much so. Just recently, and working with Hectic Films kind of perpetuated my interest in film. But I did get a camera that's suitable for taking video, and I've been kind of trying to slowly get my hand in how all of that works, and especially directing, and I know directing film is going to help me with directing my photography, and I think that'll just all kind of help hand in hand.
Yeah. Well, I must say to anybody listening, what I've seen, and it's only in the last couple of days since I've had some links sent for you, I was very, very impressed. And you do capture emotion, and both. I mean, the one that's is quite sensual and evocative, I suppose, if on a better word, and also the metal pictures I saw, real raw energy captured there. So just if you go over some of those sites for our listeners to write down in their pencil and have a look at. If you could, sorry.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
If you could just outline some of those sites, thank you.
Yeah, you can check out. I have all my work on robertbejil.com, and on my Facebook page. It links to everything, but the majority of my work is on robertbejil.com. You can actually check out the film projects at hecticfilms.com.
Rightio. Thanks very much for coming on the program and being our guest. It's been a pleasure having you on, and really do, anyone listening, it's quite different angle that Robert's managed to capture there. Thanks again, Robert, for coming on.
Thank you, Craig. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Our pleasure. Thank you very much. Very interesting photography. And certainly the one I saw today really told a story, and I haven't really seen that in many other days. Our finished weather forecast coming up in a moment or two.